Losing your mom, that's a pain you never get over. It's like a hole in your soul that nothing can fill. People think time heals everything, but it doesn't. Time just teaches you how to carry the weight.
Picture this scenario. A 34-year-old divorced mother of three opens her dating app, scrolls through potential matches, and finds herself completely bewildered by what she discovers. She doesn't understand emoji meanings, feels terrified by the apps, refuses to go out, and then wonders why she's struggling to find love. Sound familiar? Today we're diving deep into a phenomenon that's creating waves across social media and dating platforms everywhere. The modern dating landscape has revealed a harsh truth that many single mothers are confronting for the first time. Men are increasingly selective about dating women with children, and the response from these women ranges from confusion to outright frustration. But what's really driving this trend, and why are emotions running so high on both sides? Let's start with the numbers. Dating apps have fundamentally changed how people meet, creating a marketplace mentality where options seem endless. In this environment, many men view dating single mothers as taking on additional responsibilities they didn't sign up for. They see emotional baggage, financial obligations to children that aren't theirs, and complex schedules that revolve around school pickups and bedtime routines. One divorced mother perfectly illustrates this disconnect. She describes her ideal night as putting on pajamas by 6, eating ice cream, and watching true crime documentaries. Yet she simultaneously expresses frustration about being alone and wanting a relationship. She admits she doesn't go out, hates dating apps, but offers no alternative solutions. This creates a paradox where she wants results without changing her approach. The scheduling challenges alone are significant barriers. Many single mothers report having only 2-hour windows of availability on weeknights, typically between 7 and 9 p.m.
You must keep going. I repeat, keep going. Why? Because you deserve to see what happens when all your heart pays off.
By 9 o'clock, they need to prepare for early mornings with their children. This limited time frame makes building meaningful connections incredibly difficult, yet some seem genuinely surprised that this doesn't work for potential partners. Another layer of complexity involves co-parenting dynamics. Some single mothers express anxiety about their ex-partners discovering they're dating, fearing manipulation or relationship sabotage. This suggests either ongoing emotional entanglement with their ex or projected fears that may not reflect reality. Either way, it signals to potential partners that drama could be lurking around the corner. The emotional toll becomes evident when these women share their stories online. One mother describes feeling like she's bleeding out and not being chosen, having lost her entire social network during her divorce. When friend groups side with the ex-husband, it often indicates there were significant issues that outsiders couldn't ignore. This isolation compounds the difficulty of meeting new people organically. Modern dating advice for women has created additional confusion. The trophy wife mentality suggests that looking perfect and being desirable is sufficient for maintaining relationships. Hours spent on makeup, carefully curated outfits, and Instagram-worthy appearances become the focus. However, this approach treats relationships like competitions for attention rather than partnerships built on compatibility and mutual value. The disconnect becomes more apparent when examining what these women offer versus what they expect. They list their accomplishments, independence, and physical attributes, but rarely mention what they contribute to a potential partner's life beyond their presence. The assumption seems to be that their very existence should be enough to satisfy a man in a relationship. Some single mothers frame their situation as a badge of honor, describing how they single-handedly manage households, support children emotionally and financially, work full-time, and build careers. While these are admirable achievements, presenting basic parental duties as extraordinary accomplishments that others should appreciate reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of how relationships work. The ugly privilege concept has emerged among some women who claim men don't find them attractive, therefore leaving them alone.
Let them lose you if they think you're not enough. If they don't see your value, let them walk. People make time for who they care about. And if they're not making time for you,
This backwards logic suggests that being ignored by men is actually beneficial, while simultaneously complaining about being single. The contradiction exposes the real issue. They want attention from men they find attractive, but those men aren't reciprocating interest. Dating app dynamics further complicate matters. While these women might claim they don't receive male attention, the reality is that any woman on dating platforms will receive multiple messages. The problem is that attention from available men doesn't count if those men don't meet their standards. This selective perception creates a false scarcity mindset. The chase dynamic reveals another misunderstanding about attraction. Some women believe they should never initiate contact, always wait for men to pursue them, and maintain complete passivity in dating. This game-playing approach often backfires because authentic connection requires mutual effort and genuine interest from both parties. Practical challenges multiply the complications. Single mothers might only have availability during odd hours, require unconventional date locations, or need to coordinate around custody schedules. One woman jokingly mentioned having romantic encounters in parking lots with car seats folded down because of time and location constraints. These scenarios highlight how difficult it becomes to maintain adult relationships while prioritizing parental responsibilities. The emotional baggage factor cannot be ignored. Many single mothers carry resentment from failed marriages, trust issues, or financial stress.
Oh, I'm disappointed in you. Who appointed you in the first place? Who appointed you? Until now you're disappointed. Who appointed you in the first place?
They might project these experiences onto new relationships, creating defensive barriers that push potential partners away. Some acknowledge this reality while others deny it entirely, claiming that emotional healing is an individual journey that shouldn't affect dating prospects. Modern dating culture has created unrealistic expectations on both sides. Single mothers expect men to accept their complete package without question, while men increasingly have options that don't involve inherited responsibilities. This mismatch creates frustration for everyone involved. The solution isn't about changing men's preferences or convincing them to date single mothers. Instead, it requires honest self-reflection about what realistic expectations look like in this situation. Single mothers who successfully find relationships typically approach dating differently than those who struggle. Successful single mothers focus on bringing value to relationships rather than just seeking someone to fill their emotional or practical needs. They understand their limitations and work within them rather than expecting others to accommodate unreasonable demands. They also tend to be more selective about when and how they date, recognizing that their priorities must remain with their children first. The harsh reality is that dating as a single mother will always be more challenging than dating without children. Men who are willing to take on these additional responsibilities are rare and have their pick of options. Creating authentic connections requires offering something meaningful beyond physical attraction or neediness. This situation reflects broader changes in how relationships form in modern society. Traditional courtship has been replaced by casual dating apps and hookup culture. In this environment, commitment requires exceptional motivation, and additional complications often eliminate potential matches before they begin. Understanding these dynamics doesn't mean single mothers should give up on finding love. However, it does mean approaching dating with realistic expectations, genuine self-improvement, and clear understanding of what they bring to relationships beyond their status as mothers. The women who successfully navigate this landscape are those who adapt to reality rather than demanding that reality conform to their expectations.